Okay. So what you do, well, I already have recent files. You don't have this, so just open another file. Guys, so I will wait. In Canvas, or not Canvas, in Blackboard, in content section, yesterday, I posted a version of this file in SPSS format to make your first experience with SPSS less frustrating. I think we have an R person. You can just use Excel stuff. So again, if you have not done it, so go to Blackboard site and in content section, download a file which called dataset1. Oops, dataset1. You open it. So I maybe wait a few moments while we do it. Yeah, so this is your data set. Let's do a bunch of stuff with it. Like first, what can we do? I think, yeah, we can do descriptive statistics. So go to Analyze, go to Descriptive Statistics, and here. And let's just do all variables. Oops, 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 oops. You don't need a V11, it's just some weird stuff. You move it here, check options, what we have for options. Here you can see what descriptive statistics you can pick to display in your table. Standard deviation is the usual one, minimum, maximum, range. You don't need kurtosis or skewness. Yeah. Continue. Let's check style. What is style? No, I guess okay. Yeah, this is like a usual descriptive statistics table. You have right here, you have your variables. N is the number of observations for each variable. So in this case, case ID just identifies a number of your observation. Country ID and then identifies number of your country. P4, it's a score for democracy. From, I think, minus, yeah, you can see it -10 to +10, 10 being democracy and -10 being like absolute dictatorship. Here you have autocracy score. It's basically the same thing, only it has a range from 0 to 10, and it identifies only autocracies. You have PD, the polity dichotomous variable. Basically what I did, if you have a positive score, you have like a value of 2. If you have a negative score, you have 0. So you have a dichotomous variable which has only 2 values. RT, it's a regime type. It has 3 values, 1, 2, and 3. 3 being like democracy and 1 autocracy, if I remember it right. PR, it's a political rights score done by Human Watch, I think. NCC, this is my contribution. So it's a number of consulting contracts. Each country has each year. And I spent like several months collecting this data from Foreign Agents Registration Act unit in Department of Justice. They have this weird image PDFs, and it took me a lot of time to create this variable, but it has only like 400 observations a year, and that's about it. So let me show you how to do hypothesis testing. So I basically following my R code. You don't need it. It just for me. What you do, you compare means. So my independent variable is regime type, and you compare number of consulting contacts for each country. So you compare like dictatorships to something like in the middle, and then you compare dictatorships to democracies, and then you compare kind of middle countries to democracies. So t-test in this case, it has 3 steps, and let's replicate it in SPSS. So again, analyze, compare means, independent sample t-test. So your test variable would be NCC, number of consulting contacts. You click on this variable and move it here. And your grouping variable would be regime type. You click on it and put in here. So now you define groups. So first we compare 1 to 2. So dictatorships to kind of middle countries. Define groups. You click here, 1 to 2. You click continue, and you click OK. Now I will tell you how to interpret this table. The thing you need to look at would be those 2 columns, significance and T. In this case, it is not statistically significant because T value is like smaller than 2, and significance is it should be 1 0.05, and it's not significant. So next step we compare dictatorships to democracies. How many consulting contracts there are in dictatorships and democracies, and if it is statistically significantly different. So again, we click analyze, we click compare means, we click independent samples t-test. Let's reset. Again, test variable would be a number of consulting contracts, grouping variable regime type, define groups, and this time we compare dictatorships to democracies, because the way I set up this variable, 1 is dictatorship and 3 is democracy. Continue. Let's check options. Yeah, confidence intervals in try to memorize it. In statistical analysis, it's usually 95%. It's like a default option. Oops. Yeah, when you compare dictatorships to democracies, again, T value is less than 2. So it's not statistically significant. Number of consulting contracts does not differ. So let's see what's else left. We compare kind of middle countries to democracies. Oops. We do analyze, compare means, independent samples, reset. Oops. Regime type. Let's double check. 2, 2, 3. Oops. Yeah, and now let me. Yeah, and now we have like t is almost 2, is 1.9. So if you like speaking like strictly, it is it is almost significant. So maybe you will not be able to publish like in a top journal, but in the middle level journal, they can say like it is almost significant. So you can say that your results like almost significant and it's almost good enough. So in this case, what this test says that number of consulting contracts per country per year is kind of almost statistically significant between like middle countries, which are not quite democracies and not quite autocracies, and democracies. So this is like my first attempt to show you how to do stuff in SPSS. An important thing, so you have this output. When you do your assignments, you will have to submit your stuff in Blackboard. So you click on File, you click Save As. So you name your like put your name in the name of the file, so I know it's kind of your work, hopefully. Let's say homework 1, and you click save, and then you will have your output, which I will ask in assignments in a specific folder, So now you saved it. Let me show quickly how to do it in R. It's in R. It's extremely simple because I already have this code. So let me clean this stuff. So it's now empty. So what I do, I just run this code. Oops. That's it. So in R, if you already have the code to do what I did in SPSS, like several minutes, in R it takes like just 1 second. Okay, let me stop the share and stop recording.